Hi students, welcome to Class 12 Chemistry. Today you are with me in the Organic Chemistry, Haloalkanes and Haloarenes. Today we are going to see about the reactivity of haloalkanes and haloarenes. That too, specially we are going to concentrate on the nucleophilic substitution reaction. First, let me start with the same thing we have discussed earlier. It is a halogen. This is the alpha carbon atom, and in this alpha carbon atom there will be a partial positive charge, and this halogen will have a partially negative charge due to the pulling up of electrons by the electronegative halogen atom. Here in the nucleophilic substitution, what is called as a nucleophile? Nucleus means positive charge, right? Positive loving means which will be a positive loving thing? A negative thing will be a positive loving thing. So, a negative reagent is called as the nucleophile. So, a negative reagent, or we can say a reagent having the negative part, we call that as a nucleophile, and that nucleophile is going to be substitute the halogen. Substitute the halogen. Those reactions are called as the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now I want to say about the different types of nucleophiles available, different types of nucleophilic reagents available. So let us start with the reagents. Sodium hydroxide. This sodium hydroxide, if I am adding sodium hydroxide to a methyl chloride, to all these reagents I am unanimously taking this substrate, that is methyl chloride. I am getting CH3OH, that is methyl alcohol. Here the nucleophile is OH. In case of water, there also I get the same alcoholic group. In case of what is this? Sodium alkoxide. It is called as the sodium alkoxide. In case of sodium alkoxide, in treatment with the halogen, methyl chloride, we will be getting like this. Okay, methyl alkoxide. The next thing is sodium iodide. To sodium iodide I am adding my alkyl chloride, means I am getting methyl iodide. Do you remember the Finkelstein reaction? Yes, we see in the previous part. On treatment with the ammonia, we will getting methylamine, a kind of primary amine. Okay, in case of this secondary amine, in case of the primary amine as a nucleophilic reagent, we will be getting a secondary amine. In case of a secondary amine as a nucleophilic reagent, we will be getting tertiary amine as the product. Ambient nucleophile. What is ambient nucleophile? Ambient nucleophiles are the one which have more than one electronegative atom in it. In case of KZN, there is a carbon can also act as a nucleophilic site, and nitrogen can also act as the nucleophilic site. In case of AgCN, carbon can also act as a nucleophilic site, nitrogen can also act as a nucleophilic site. In case of potassium nitrate, nitrogen can also act as a site, oxygen can also act as a site. In case of silver nitrate, nitrogen can also act as a nucleophilic site, oxygen can also act as a nucleophilic site. Okay, here the nucleophile is cyanide, that is the methyl group will be going to be substituted like this, CH3CN, cyanide. In case of silver, both the reagents contain silver. If the nucleophile, the reagent have a silver atom, then it will prefer nitrogen to act as a nucleophilic site towards it. So, we are getting CH3NC isocyanide. Here the carbon is acting as the nucleophilic site, here the nitrogen is acting as a nucleophilic site. As a result, the product will be isocyanide, here the product will be cyanide. Just the reversal of cyanide, we will be getting isocyanide. Here in this case, oxygen is acting as the nucleophilic site, so I am getting CH3ONO nitrite. Here CH3NO2, that is nitroalkane. Now let us start with the nucleophilic substitution reaction. There are two types of nucleophilic substitution reaction. One is SN2 reaction. What is SN2 reaction? The full form is bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Here, for illustrating this SN2 reaction, I am going to take a primary alkyl halide. Methyl chloride I have taken. That is a primary alkyl halide. In methyl, there are 3 hydrogen atoms, and I have drawn the spatial arrangement of the 3 hydrogen atoms for explaining this reaction, and I am adding along with the reagent, that is a base, sodium hydroxide. Here the OH minus is going to be act as a nucleophile. The halogen is present at one end of the carbon atom. Now, when this sodium hydroxide approaches this substrate, what happens means it will add at the back side of the halogen. Since halogen is present at one end, the incoming nucleophile is going to attach itself to the substrate at the back side of the carbon atom. After some time, I am getting a state like this. This is actually called as the transition state. Why I am calling this as a transition state means here the product is not formed, and at the same time the reactant is not get completely changed to product. So, we call this as a transition state. This transition state I am indicating by the square bracket. Here you can see the bond formed between the carbon and the hydrogen. You have to draw by like the dotted structure. That means the bond between the carbon and the OH is not completely formed. What is the meaning? Not completely formed. Similarly, the bond between the chlorine and the carbon, here the bond is not completely broken. Not completely broken. At this stage, the compound is said to be present in the transition state. At the next stage or after some time, what happens means the halogen group will leave the substrate. The halogen group will leave the substrate and the OH group will form a bond between it and the carbon atom. Here can you see the difference? All the substituent are present at the opposite end of the incoming nucleophile. I shown this carbon atom as me. I am this carbon atom and I am having a umbrella in my hand. These are the umbrella ends. Okay. So, this carbon atom is me, these substituents are the umbrella, and a strong air is blowing from the bottom side. What happens? my umbrella, that is my substituents, will turn upside down, okay, as you can see in this picture. So this is the backside attack. How we call it as? It is called as the backside attack, and we get the product methanol. This is the SN2 bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. One thing you have to remember, only primary alkyl halides predominantly prefer to react by this method. Here the reaction rate, what is the reaction rate? That is the speed of the reaction, right? The speed of the reaction depends on both the incoming nucleophile and the reaction substrate. For determining the reaction rate, both of these two molecules are concerned, that is the nucleophile also concerned and the substrate is also concerned. It means bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. For determining the reaction rate, we are concerning these two things, so it is called or named as SN2 reaction. Now let us move on to SN1 reaction. This is SN1 reaction, unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Here I have taken the example of tertiary alkyl chloride. What is the tertiary alkyl chloride? I am taking tertiary butyl chloride as example here. So the tertiary carbon atom should not have any hydrogen atoms in it. So I drawn 3 methyl groups here. This is the tertiary butyl chloride, and the nucleophile is of course the sodium hydroxide. Here what happens means the reaction happens in 2 steps. This is the first step, and in the first step, after the approach of this nucleophile to the substrate, the leaving group immediately leaves the substrate. That is, first the leaving group leaves the substrate. This is the first step. Leaving group leave. After the leaving group leave means, so this is a electronegative atom, right? This electronegative atom moves out of the substrate. After becoming this, there will be a positive charge produced at the carbon atom. So what we call as a positive charge as cation, right? Since it is present over the carbon, we can call it as carbocation. Okay, what is it? Carbocation. So this carbocation is of course stabilized by the methyl groups present at the corners. So usually whenever there is a stabilization of the positive charge over the carbon atom, those compounds will tend to prefer to react in the unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now moving to the second step of this SN1 reaction. This step is the first step. What happens in the first step? That is the leaving group leave. In the second step, the nucleophile is going to added to the substrate. That is the carbocation formed in the first step. That carbocation will add with that of the sodium hydroxide. So this OH minus ion going to attach here. What we get? What will be getting? This tertiary butyl alcohol. This is the SN1 reaction. Here the reaction take place in 2 steps, and the reaction rate. What is the reaction rate? That is determining the speed of the reaction. In the reaction rate depends on only the substrate, that is the reactant molecule. Only the substrate is concerned for determining the rate of the reaction. It is called as the unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now let us have a short comparative statement for the SN1 and the SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction, here the SN2 reaction, the reaction rate depend on both the substrate and nucleophile. Remember this number 2, That means substrate and nucleophile are going to influence the reaction rate for SN1. Remember the number 1? Only the substrate is concerned for determining the reaction rate. SN2 take place in SN2 reaction take place in one step, that is only in one step the reaction get over. In the reaction there is a transition state available. Coming to the SN1 reaction, there are two steps. In there a carbocation is formed as an intermediate product. Now I am going to say about the nature of the haloalkanes, that is less hindrance group or less hindrance haloalkanes tend to react through SN2 reaction. For this reaction only, for this reason only, that is less hindrance group are preferred to react only by SN2 reaction. For this reason, primary alkyl halide is usually reacting by SN2 reaction. Primary alkyl halide won't go for the SN2 reaction. It does, won't go for the SN1 reaction. SN1 reaction doesn't work out for primary alkyl halide. Remember this. In case of SN1 reaction, tertiary alkyl halide is usually reacting by SN1 reaction, but the main condition or the theme is whatever means benzylic group. Okay. So, benzylic group means this is the benzylic group. Benzylic group, allylic group. What is the allylic group? This is the allylic group. Tertiary butyl. What is the tertiary butyl? So, these three have the capacity of stabilizing the positive charge developed at the carbocation. In a carbocation there is a development of positive charge, right? That positive charge is actually stabilized due to the resonance structures present in the benzylic, allylic and the tertiary alkyl group. So, these haloalkanes or haloarenes tend to prefer to react over SN1. Now, I have missed the thing. Secondary alkyl halides. What about the secondary alkyl halides? These secondary alkyl halides can go for both the SN1 reaction or both SN2 reaction. They can go for either SN1 or either SN2. The particular reaction conditions may influence the tertiary alkyl halide to secondary alkyl halide to choose the path. Whenever a strong base is added to the alkyl halide, there is also a chance for the alkyl halide to choose another path, that is elimination reaction. What is the elimination reaction? Actually, this is the substituent, this is the alpha carbon and this is the beta carbon. In elimination reaction, the incoming strong base will tend to take over the hydrogen atom present in the present in the beta carbon atom. In beta carbon atom there are hydrogen atoms, right? That hydrogen atom is going to be removed by the incoming base. After the removal of hydrogen atom, what happens? There may be a formation of a double bonded structure in it. This may lead to the elimination reaction. So, these elimination reactions we are definitely going to discuss in the next video session along with the reactivity various reactions of this unit. So, I am closing my session with the SN1 and SN2 reaction. One more important session is present, that is chirality and the optical activity of the compound. So, that have to be discussed in the future classes. So, So, with this I am finishing my session. Have a nice day. Thank you guys.